What's up, everybody? You are watching the J-Red Show on YouTube. I'm going to do a movies and TV shows podcast, starting off with Avatar, Fire and Ash. You know, when I watch a movie, my brain splits into two. There's my kid brain, and there's my critic brain. My kid brain will watch the Power Rangers movie and be like, oh, look at the giant robots. Look at the giant monsters. This is amazing. While my critic brain goes, I say, this is such ridiculous nonsense. I am into more sophisticated films, like Citizen Kane. Well, Avatar, Fire and Ash pretty much goes in that category. My kid brain loved it. My critic brain hated it. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the effects, the visuals. That part was really good. But where the movie fails is the story. Because it really felt like I was watching Way of Water all over again. The first movie, each movie is supposed to have a different element. First one is about the forest. Second one's about the water. Well, this one was supposed to be about fire and ash, volcanoes. It's supposed to take place in a different setting. Yet 90% of the movie, 90% of the action takes place in the water. It's like I was watching Way of Water all over again. They bring back the whales. They continue that plot. It just feels like a franchise that's going nowhere. It's just a big, dumb movie franchise just to make some money. Just turn off your brain and watch the action. And I mean, it isn't just me that's saying this. If you turn off your brain and enjoy the action, you'll like it. But if you turn on your brain, you want to be challenged, you'll be disappointed. And the theater I was in was half empty. I say it's about 50% full, 50% empty. So this movie's going to be a hit. But I don't think it's going to be the mega $2 billion hit that the first two movies were. I think fans are starting to get sick of this franchise. It needs a change. It needs a I Am Your Father reveal from Star Wars or something like that. Because it's getting stale. I mean, I enjoy the action, I enjoy the direction, but this movie franchise has to evolve. I give it 2 stars out of 4. I also saw Knives Out 3, Wake Up Dead Man, directed by Rian Johnson, and it has a huge cast of characters, huge cast of actors, well-known actors. Daniel Craig, who played James Bond. Glenn Close, who played Cruella de Vil in the live-action 101 Dalmatians remake. Josh Brolin. Thanos from the MCU. Mila Kunis. Jackie from That 70s Show. And Meg from Family Guy. So, Rian Johnson got some great actors here. And they delivered. Oh, we should also give credit to Josh O'Connor, who played in The Crown. But needless to say, the 3 best performances go to Craig, O'Connor, and Close. They all deliver fantastic performances. I really like the theme, this religious theme. Josh Brolin plays Pastor Wicks, who is an overzealous, fanatical pastor. He's kind of the type of pastor who says, you must do this or you go to hell. This is God's will. We're rebelling against the world. So that leads to some shenanigans, and he gets killed. And Daniel Craig replies to the role as Benoit Blanc, and he has to solve this mystery. And again, I love this movie. I love the theme of the movie. It doesn't portray religion as bad. I'm a religious person myself. It offers the non perspectives on religion and shows how it's often weaponized and taken advantage of. John O'Connor's character remains a shining example of how you should utilize religion to help each other. I love the performances by Close. I love the performance by Craig. This is my favorite Knives Out movie. I highly recommend it. I give it 4 stars out of 4. Fantastic movie. I also saw the ending of It, Welcome to Derry. Needless to say, I think this is the best media. I know there's a miniseries, a movie, and now a TV show about the It franchises. But I'd say this one is the best of them all. This nails how you're supposed to do the prequel. It adds lore to Pennywise the Dancing Clown. And a lot of problems with having TV shows and movies is a lot of them hang on cliffhangers, and you have to wait like 2 to 3 years for the next story. Well, here, the next part of the story is the It movie from 2017 and the 2019. So that's a part of something else. So the next season of this show, Welcome to Derry, goes back in time to the 1930s. But Bill Skarsgård delivers a fantastic performance, Pennywise Dancing Clown. It's scary, well directed. I give it 4 stars out of 4. It's smashing records on HBO Max. It's a huge hit. I'm so glad it is. I also saw Percy Jackson and the Olympians, season 2. Starring Walker Scobell as Percy Jackson. Has a lot of actors. I don't know who they are, but I do know Ares is played by Adam Copeland, aka the rated R superstar Edge. And this show is pretty good. I really like the first season. Second season's alright so far. Although one issue I have is just an inconsistent tone. Like, there are some scenes where you think it's going to be played up for comedy. Like, there's a scene where Percy Jackson's in a wedding dress. So you think it's going to be a comedic scene, but it turns out to be all serious. But it's just minor things there, here and there. For the most part, I've enjoyed this better than the 2 movies that came out in the early 10s. I really thought this show is having the franchise in the right direction. I give it 3 stars out of 4. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Finally, we have John Cena's final match, and he lost to Gunther by submission. And boy, were fans pissed. What's crazy is fans are mad at Triple H when it was Cena's decision. So fans should be mad at John Cena. It's funny that fans, 20 years ago, fans would bitch about Super Cena, how it's being shoved down our throats. And now if it is the final year of his retirement, they wanted to be Super Cena, and a lot of people say they wholly botched his farewell tour. But this will go down as one of wrestlers' infamous mistakes, like Brock Lesnar over Undertaker, Triple H over Sting. So I have my criticisms against Triple H, but I am baffled that fans want Vince McMahon back. But my advice for you is, if you're fed up with TKO, if you're fed up with Triple H, watch All Elite Wrestling. The WWE needs a good kick in the ass, just like what WCW did 30 years ago. But to be honest, Cena versus Gunther, I'm a little sad that Cena's gone, but I did not like this match. It was slow, it was boring, and I admit I wasn't really thrilled with the ending. So that's it for today. Christmas is around the corner. Maybe I'll do some Christmas reviews before we get to the big holiday. Plus, I got Bills Browns tomorrow, and Sabres versus Devils. What are your thoughts on everything? Hit me on Twitter at Jared Show, and I'll see you later.